You think you're going to change the whole world with a little college? I do. I've been turning out some wonderful men.
He had a very positive impact on my life in many ways, but his life values were so important, you know, and he projected those. He was just one of those people that you were very fortunate to be closely associated with. Per left us a legacy, and you see it with just the slogans, the banners around the walls. A lot of Per stayed.
The relationship with Father Murray was a lifelong, important relationship. He was a great admirer of my father's, and he respected him a great deal.
When he passed away, it was just like a big cavernous gap.
And the alumni who cherished the work asked my father to pick up the torch. I think he felt very emotional about it, and he felt honored.
Oh yeah, boy, it made like dumping a ton of bricks on me, you know. And I finally did accept, and boy, I don't know where to start.
It really became the purpose of his life at that point, and was and has been a lifelong purpose. I would say that it would probably be his #1 objective in life, was to keep Notre Dame afloat and to keep doing the good work that Notre Dame does.
We're having a hell of a hard time to finance here, because we're not backed by the church or the state. We're simply backed by great ideas and God.
Dear Notre Dame, we hail the alma mater.
My father came to me and he said, you know, I just feel like before I die, I want to feel comfortable that Notre Dame is going to survive without me.
I'm sure that Per was up there with the Almighty pleading the cause of Notre Dame. I feel that's been a very great privilege in my life to have had a close association with Notre Dame, with Father Murray.
His legacy with regard to Notre Dame is there's no doubt that Notre Dame wouldn't exist without Father Murray. But with the passing of Father Murray, there's no doubt that Notre Dame would not exist without my father.
The thrill of actually molding a boy into a mature mind, teaching him to think for himself, teaching him to have guts.
I think the first accomplishment that I would recognize is the awards that my father received as a result of serving in the U.S. Air Force. He received a 3-0 cluster, which I understand is a very high level of merit. He served on City Council. He was recognized by the Order of Canada. He was recognized by the Order of Merit for Saskatchewan. He most recently received a recognition of the Order of St. Gregory by Pope Benedict. Others formed an organization to support Mother Teresa in Canada. And my father had helped her out on a couple of circumstances, and I know that I'm missing many of them, but those are the ones that come to mind right now. And I think that probably of all of those, the recognition from Pope Benedict was probably the most important to him. He flew in the Second World War, and he piloted B-17s, B-24s. During that time period, on a weekend visit, he had the opportunity to meet some single girls, and one of them was my mother, who was from Winnipeg. And just on that meeting, 5 dates later, within a month, they got married. His fondest memories would be the years that he spent with my mother, the last 10 years that he spent with my mother. He really dedicated his life and time to her. When it comes to faith, honesty, integrity, and the core values of life is really where my father would like to see those students carry those core values with them throughout their life. He was focused on Per's vision and Per's dream.
For heaven's sakes, keep your faith in God, not churchy stuff. Realize that God is a fact.
The key thing is that they all practice their faith. That was an important stamp that my father put on it. He would not let the school waver from that commitment. He's a natural leader, and he's a person that takes on challenges and recognizes opportunities and takes advantage of them and tries to anticipate problems before they exist and solve them. My father stood by his integrity all the time, and it was very important to him. So his integrity and honesty in the business world were his most important asset, and he believed in that, and that gave him the most joy. His success is really what he's been able to do with his life as a result of the blessings that God has given him related to his talents and his ability to make a business successful.
If you submit to mediocrity, you're going to be mediocre. But if you don't lower your minds to the low level of just making a living, if you can think really great thoughts, great visions, it's amazing how it inspires others.
It's a place of excellence, and Per always taught excellence. We have a good, strong board, and some new people who have professional educational backgrounds who bring a new focus, and we've got lots to do yet. This is sort of chapter one that we've got behind us now, a couple of chapters behind us in terms of the future.